Good morning. So, in few minutes, I think this video should be able to address why setting goal is not overrated and why you need to do it. Because when you do, you are going to be going from somebody who does not have a plan in life to somebody who is embarking on a marathon, a journey, knowing that life is not a short-term race, it's a long-term thing. And for you to get to your desired destination, you need to plan to either walk, crawl, run your race at a point, rest if you must do, but then you must keep moving and keep going. Just like Newton's first law of motion said, a body will stay in a state of rest unless exerted upon by an external force. So the external force now is you exactly. You need to light fire in your heart for you to be uncomfortable in doing the things that gets you to your destination. So where do you even start from when you are planning out your life and when you want to try to achieve something in life? Number one, the first thing you need to think about is you might think you've never set goals before, and the reason why a lot of people don't even set goal in the first instance is that setting goal is hard work, and the hard work in it is about planning, and a lot of people don't even know how to plan. And because people don't know how to plan, and planning is such an activity that requires you to sit down, meditate, think through, and plan out what you want to achieve. So a lot of people leave it undone. So what I'm telling you in this video, if you are going to be successful in life, you need to start writing down the things you want to achieve and find the means of working out how you achieve those things. So the first thing that it requires of you, even if you have never set goals before, is ask yourself, what are the things you have accomplished in your life before, even without setting any goals? You must have achieved something. You have gone to primary school, you've gone to high school, you've been into university, you've graduated, or you've achieved some one or two things or the other. So these things are things you have done before in your life without even thinking about setting goals. So can you remember like 2, 3, 4, 5 of those things and write them down now? So reason you are doing this is because when you are able to think about yourself as somebody who have some level of accomplishment, even if it's a very minute accomplishment, then give this start to spoil your self-esteem, to let you know that you are not all bad, you are not all that somebody who has never been able to achieve a tangible thing in life. But this makes you feel like, yes, because you can do one or two things which you've been able to do in your life and achieve those things, then it means you have the capacity, you have the will, you have the wherewithal to even achieve greater things. So the second step will now be, okay, you now want to look into the future. Can you look at 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 1 year from now? Where do you think you want to be? Now, when you are doing this second step, you are going to be doing it like a baby. You know, the childlike mentality. Childlike mentality is that a child believes they can have all what they want. They can get all what they can lay their hands on. Imagine you are taking your child into a mall or a shop, and the baby will just tell you, mommy, buy me this car, mommy, buy me this, mommy, buy me this, because they feel they can get all everything that is in that store. So when you are doing this second step, you are going to be thinking like a baby. So what are the things you think you can get? Everything you think you want in your life, not the thing you feel you can get now, but everything you think you desire, you want by 10 years, 5 years time, 3 years time, 1 year time. Now can you start writing it down? And I want you to write about 50 of them. Yes, write as much as possible. And like a childlike mentality, like I said, a child will just be thinking, I can get this, I can get this, I can get this. No, you don't have to push yourself now. You don't have to think it through like, can I buy a car in 10 years time? Can I travel to Paris in 5 years' time? Will it be possible for me to ever get to Dubai? Will it be possible for me to ever get that degree I'm looking for, to become a PhD, to have a fulfilled career? No, you don't have to think that way. Just put it down. I have to be a PhD graduate. I must be in Dubai, or I am in Dubai in 10 years. I am here in 10 years. I am here in 5 years. I am here in 3 years. I am here in 1 year. So when you have a list of these 50 things, now, what I want you to do is, in the second step, you don't need to put the years. Just write them down, everything you want. Then the third step I want you to now take is that all these items you've listed, can you now put the year you think you can achieve them? So you want to travel to Dubai to shop. Can you do that in 5 years time, in 10 years time, in 1 year time? Now put the year you feel you can achieve all these 50 lists you've written down. Put the year you feel you can achieve them. Now if you've done this, you have a list of 50 items, which in third step you have now put each of the years you feel you can achieve them: 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, and 1 year. So fourth step. So in that fourth step, what I want you to do now is that look at the list of your 10-year goals. Look at the list of your 3-year goals. Look at the list of your 5-year goal. Look at the list of your 1-year goal. Now, this will tell you two things. If in that list you have lots more of 10-year goals, 5 years goals, it means you are a long-term planner. And if in those 50 list of items that you have a lot of those items that are falling in line with 1 year goal, it means you are a short-term planner. This is not bad, but it's showing you that you plan short-term or you either plan long-term. But the best way to be a best planner is for you to plan long-term. Why? Because the more you work your way through achieving those goals, the more failure you have, the more success you have, the more you learn. Because if you just have a short-term goal and when that goal is accomplished, you slip off. But when you have a long-term goal, because goals are like magnets, the stronger they are, the stronger the pull, the stronger you become. So, and goal setting is not about just accomplish the goal. It's not about accomplishing the goal. It's about who you are becoming while you are achieving those goals. That is why if you are a long-term planner, you are better off. So if at that stage 4, you see yourself as being a short-term planner, I want you to revise those lists of 50 goals again, 50 items you've written, so that you have more of a long-term plan. Now, you have the long-term plan now. Assuming, what's the fifth step? The fifth step is now look at all these goals and set priorities. Which of these goals do you feel, if you start working on now, is going to attract more of those lesser term goals and make you still achieve them? Now, these are the goals you now need to start working on. These are the goals you need to now start working on. So you prioritize the most important out of all these 50 items, such that when you work on that one particular goal, it helps you achieve all other 49. And that is where we talk about the Pareto principle, the 80-20% principles, so that you want to do less to achieve more. So 20% of your effort will determine the 80% of your output. That's the Pareto principle. So if you now focus on the most prioritized goal and start working on it, it helps you achieve the longer term goals, but you are going to be working at it every day. Now, that's your fifth step. The sixth and most likely the final step will now be that how do you now become this person? So this is now your daily task. If it means for you to take a mentorship, it is. If it means for you to go enroll in a school, if it means for you to shut down all your social media and start working at your goal every day until you achieve it. You now start doing that process, because setting goals is not enough. The final step, which is the sixth step, which is about taking action, is the most important thing. And now you have to write out your action plan. And this is why we said goal setting is such an hard work, and that is why people don't do it. It doesn't mean that goal setting does not work. But what doesn't work is because after you set your goals, you go to sleep. You don't take the action part. And the action process is the most important thing. Just like I said before, Newton's first law of motion, a body will continue to be in a state of rest unless exerted upon by an external force. So the external force is the push you want to give yourself to say, this is my most prioritized goal, and I'm going to start working on them every day until I achieve what I have set down to achieve. And this is the mindset you want to have when you are setting a goal. You have the resilience, you have the discipline, you have the commitment, you put in the consistency, and you put in a resolve. That's the word I'm looking for. You put in a resolve that I do it or I die, because you know that your life depends on it. So you have to work at it every day until you achieve that which you have set for yourself to achieve. And these are the few words I need to put out for you there today, just for you to understand that goal setting is not overrated. We don't talk about it enough, and you feel a lot of people talk about it enough. But here are 6 processes that you need to take care of when you are setting goals. And most importantly, focus on the last part where you need to take action, because action is what will determine the result you are going to get. Like I said, you can think of that 10 years and start working back now. You reverse engineer it and start working into that 10 years. And believe you me, in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years, you find yourself at the place you have dreamed of. And the most important thing is that you can tear off your goals. Yes, you can write a 50 list of goals and feels like this is not what you want to achieve in your life. You can always edit it. It doesn't have to be a stamped written list. So if the list, as you're walking through the list, you can also edit, delete, include new other list, because this is a life plan and you have to do it as if your life depends on it. If you particularly love this video and this video gives you value, and you go through the process that I've explained to you in this video, and you are able to achieve your goals, or you started to see that you are having changes in your life, please do come back and comment in this video again. And if you need me to send you a guide, I've written a guide in the past 2 years about this action step that I've just explained to you, and I've shared it to over 800 people in the last 2 years to help them achieve how they can set goals and how they take their action. So if you need that particular guide, just comment below and I'm going to share it with you for free. I absolutely share it with those over 800 people for free. Most important thing for me is for you to use the guide to get to where you want to get to, and I will be happy and you also will be happy. So if you need that guide, just comment in the section below and I'll share the guide with you so that you can start looking at the process again, the 6-step process of setting your goal and achieving your goals so that you can get to the top. I wish you success in everything you are doing. Goodbye for now.